The proclamation of the Holy Gospel according to Luke. While some people were speaking about how the temple was adorned with costly stones and votive offerings, Jesus said, "All that you see here, the days will come when there will not be left a stone upon another stone that will not be thrown down." Then they asked him, "Teacher, when will this happen? And what sign will there be when all these things are about to happen?" He answered, "See that you not be deceived, for many will come in my name, saying, 'I am he,' and 'the time has come.' Do not follow them. When you hear of wars and insurrections, do not be terrified, for such things must happen first, but it will not immediately be the end." Then he said to them, "Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be powerful earthquakes, famines, and plagues from place to place, and awesome sights and mighty signs will come from the sky. Before all this happens, however, they will seize and persecute you. They will hand you over to the synagogues and to prisons, and they will have you led before kings and governors because of my name. It will lead to your giving testimony. Remember, you are not to prepare your defense beforehand, for I myself shall give you a wisdom in speaking, that all your adversaries will be powerless to resist or refute. You will even be handed over by parents, brothers, relatives, and friends, and they will put some of you to death. You will be hated by all because of my name, but not a hair on your head will be destroyed. By your perseverance, you will secure your lives." The Gospel of the Lord.
Our Gospel passage for this Sunday is taken from St. Luke. As I said at the beginning of this episode, we are very close to the end of the liturgical year. And so all the readings seem to point to that end, the end of history, the end of the world, which coincides with the coming of the Son of Justice. In the first reading from the prophet Malachi, this is very vividly described. The day of the Lord, the Son of Justice comes with fire, and for the evildoers and those who are unjust in this world, this fire will scorch them. This fire will destroy them from the root and will destroy also their branches. But for those who follow the Lord, this light will be life-giving. It will heal them. It will be the source of new life. So depending on your state of mind, soul, your human condition, especially depending on your relationship with God, you either fear the coming of the Lord who is Son of Justice or welcome Him. In the second reading, the Thessalonians were eager to have Jesus come again, but with the delay of the coming of the end of the world, the second coming of the Son of Justice, some of them stopped working. Some of them, still hoping that the Lord will come soon, did not see any value to honest work to sustain life. And St. Paul tells them, no, you cannot make use of the second coming as an excuse to waste your time, your talent, and your capacity to work. Yes, we wait in hope and anticipation for the coming of the Lord. But while waiting, work hard here on earth. We cannot, again, make use of that future glorious coming of the Lord to say, I don't need to work here on earth. I don't need to sustain my life and my family. No, that will be a cause for judgment also for all of us. In the Gospel, we see the same line of reflection. Jesus points to the temple Jerusalem and somehow makes a prediction of a future destruction of this beautiful temple. He says that one day, all the decorations and even the stones used to construct this temple will be torn down. This magnificent piece of architecture, this magnificent place of worship, of communion with God, will be gone. And for many of his hearers, it was not just a signal about a future event involving the temple Jerusalem. For some of his hearers, this was already a discourse, a speech of Jesus about the end of the world, where not only the temple Jerusalem, but the temple of the world, the earth, history, creation, will come to an end. Hearing that, the first reaction that Jesus got was, what is the sign that this end is coming? What is the sign that will indicate to us that, yes, this destruction of the temple is near, it is coming? But when we look at the answer of Jesus, he does not give a direct answer to the question. He does not say, okay, watch out, this is the sign, or these are the signs. What Jesus did was to go through many future events, yet he invites his hearers to focus on the right dispositions. The right dispositions that we have to develop in ourselves in order to face the eventualities of life. It should not, the prospect of the end should not lead us to false speculations. We should not spend time, precious time, speculating. Oh, maybe this is the sign. Maybe this is another sign. No, Jesus is saying, develop the right dispositions. He does not hide, however, that many realities will come. Whether they are a signal of the end or not, he does not give us a conclusive judgment. He just says, first, some people will pretend that they are the Messiah or the messenger of the Messiah. Some people will make use of calamities and catastrophes to say, oh, I am the Messiah. I am sent by the Son of Justice. Jesus says, do not be misled. Do not believe anyone who claims he is the Messiah or someone speaking for the Messiah. There are many people in different moments of history, especially when there are difficult moments, battles, wars, catastrophes, calamities, who take advantage of the confusion of people and utter words that they claim to come from the Messiah. Jesus says, do not be misled by false messiahs and false prophets. Then, definitely, at any moment in time, there will be earthquakes, there will be typhoons, there will be the crumbling of buildings, etc. No? And Jesus says, well, no, do not panic. Do not panic. No? Do not allow this also to lead you to a collapse of your persons and of your interiority. Then Jesus talks about persecutions. His followers being led to court, being accused on account of his name. And the sad thing, even family members will go against each other. A different type of persecution, maybe more painful, than the persecution that would come from outsiders and from leaders of other faiths or of governments. Imagine if you are persecuted by your own family members. Now, in the face of all that, Jesus says, be secure. Do not fret. I will give you wisdom, and I will give you the words that you need to answer the accusation. And all of this ends with a beautiful line, by patient endurance, you will be saved. Jesus is calling us not to waste our time speculating. Oh, is this already a signal that the end is near? And then we all run into a conversion mode. Jesus is saying, be constant in faith. Continue hoping. Be patient, meaning do not vacillate in your faith. And in the midst of persecution, trust that I am there. In the midst of calamities, the important thing is I am with you. And believe that I am with you. That prepares you. That prepares you for the coming of the Lord. Not useless speculation, not fear, not panic, but constancy in faith, fervent hope, and the belief that the Lord is with us, giving us His word, giving us His wisdom. This is the daily labor that we should engage in, if I may use the words of St. Paul in the second reading. Let us not abandon this daily work of being faithful, being constant in hope, and believing that the Lord is with us. We in the Philippines have been experiencing some real catastrophes. You have the earthquake that has produced rubbles of beautiful churches, heritage churches, now gone or some greatly damaged. Then came this super typhoon, which they say is the strongest on earth. And we see the signs. Edifices gone, livelihood gone, homes destroyed, human life gone. But then, as we are shocked by the images of destruction, we are also equally pleasantly shocked to hear some of those who have lost property and loved ones just declaring, we have lost everything, but God will take care of us. We turn to God. We turn to Our Lady. We will survive. And then you see images of people supporting one another. Love is constant and stronger than typhoons and earthquakes. This is what Jesus is talking about. Is it the end? Is it the coming of judgment? We do not know. But work on what really matters. Do you care for your neighbors? Do you believe in God? Is your hope strong? Then, with or without a typhoon, with or without an earthquake, you are there. You are there, ready to face the Sun of Justice, not afraid, because you know, for those who follow the Lord, the light that comes from Him will heal us and will enable us to grow in new life. The word has been exposed. Let us now fulfill it.